God, Yahweh, the creator, however you want to talk about the Almighty, will absolutely never do anything that you can do and should do. He'll only do, if he chooses, things that you can't do. He'll never do anything you won't do that you should do. Stop whining about the fact that I prayed about this and because it's something that you still can do something with that he's waiting for you to do. Okay? He didn't put you here to do for you. He put you here to see what you would do. Let me say that again. He didn't put you here to do for you. I know Christianity makes it sound like he's your magic genie and you can just rub the bottle and whatever. Okay? No. He put you here to observe you and see what you do. He's given you the talent called life. Forget about all the other talents you might have. He gave you life. Okay, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? You have a brain. What are you doing with it? You have a certain level of health. What are you doing with it? The 7 areas. What are you doing? Okay, some people are like, what are the 7 areas? Well, you got your spiritual, financial, your physical health, your relationships, your emotional state, your mental state, and your community. And what are you doing to actually, oh no, I'm just praying for Abba to do it. No, he's not going to. See, nobody's going to talk to you straight and tell you the truth. Maybe that's why you need to be listening to this ministry more. Because I'm going to talk to you and tell you the truth. He will bless you abundantly. You know what? There's a saying that's not anywhere in the Bible, but we all know the saying. God helps those who help themselves. You're on your way. He'll help you on your way. If you're just sitting on your butt doing nothing, he's not doing anything for you. You have to get up and start doing. Remember, you're here to be observed by him. You think you're here to be served by him. No, you're here to serve him. How do I serve him? By being everything you can be. Figure out where your limits are and be the most you can be. What is the most, okay, I'm Rabbi Steve. Okay, what's the most that this can be? Physically, spiritually, relationally, all the things, right? What is the highest level of mental, emotional, physical, whatever health that I can be in, etc. I have to figure out where I am. Well, let me maximize this thing he gave me this flesh suit that he gave me to dwell in this country, in this time, because some of you live in other countries and what's the most you can do under where you were put? Figure that out. I mean, we're all like, well, we're here to transform into his image. Right, but not all of us start at the same starting point. Some of us were given some physical handicaps, mental handicaps, or the actual real handicaps we were given. Challenges that we were given. But are you pushing to find the limits that you actually really have? Not the perceived ones, the actual ones, okay? Because you may actually have, okay, how many people have ever, this is an easy question, hopefully. You've either gone to a gym and had somebody training you, or you've watched somewhere on a movie or somewhere somebody being trained in a gym. Everybody, right? Did you ever notice that the person being trained is encouraged strongly to go a little further than they thought they could go? And don't they always go further until they actually hit the limit? That's what I want you to do. Coach yourself. Come on, I can do more. You can do more. Let's go. We can do one more. We can take this up one more level. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're trying to level into him emotionally, mentally. Let this mind be in you. Philippians 2:5, right? Spiritually, worship him in spirit and truth. Walk in integrity. But see, I don't think most of you have done enough to find your actual true limits. Well, that's just more than I have bandwidth for. Really? Have you tried? Have you pushed? Okay. I've convinced myself I don't have a band limit, period. I was going to say something else. I don't have a bandwidth limit. I don't have my plate's always got room. And you're like, but don't you feel overwhelmed? Well, if I thought I couldn't handle it, I'd feel overwhelmed. But if you convince yourself you can, then why would you feel overwhelmed? Do you understand? I say yes in my life to probably more things that I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it than things I did know what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. But then I knew I would figure it out. I'd go ask somebody, find somebody, watch a video, something, I'd figure it out. I trained myself to just say yes and then go figure it out instead of saying, well, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to sit here, whatever. All right? Push yourself. All of you are capable of more. And he's watching you. He knows he knows exactly the most you can be. Well, it's not like an army commercial, but be all you can be. See, but we're not doing that. We're leaving a lot on the table. This is the game of life. Don't leave anything in the locker room. Leave it all out there on the field. Okay, but how do you know how much you can do? And you don't know until you push it till you don't know. You got to just push. Find the limit. If you find an actual real limit, good, respect that limit. But push to it to make sure that it's real. Pot at it, poke at it. Make sure it's not just an emotional, it's too hard. No, that's not a limit. Can't is a limit. Too hard is not a limit. Won't is not a limit. Okay, not wanting to is not a limit. Actual can't is a limit. Okay? And so just figure that out. I don't know what else to say. Maybe that was your sermon for the day, okay? Because you guys are aiming at this thing called the kingdom. And I think that the church has done a terrible job of this, and most Messianics have done a terrible job of this. They have not prepared you. Well, I don't know if it's the right word to say prepared you. They've not informed you why you're here, okay? You're not here so that you can be there. You're here to demonstrate why he should have you there. Do you understand that? Oh, but that sounds like earning. You bet you it does. No, nobody's going to say that from a microphone, and everybody's going to turn off YouTube and not listen to me. Because you don't want to have to earn anything. I didn't say anything about earning salvation. You earn reward. Eternal life is not salvation. Eternal life is a reward. Okay? Salvation is the opportunity to have the reward. That was given to you freely, so the reward is available. Whether you get to have it or not is completely in your hands. That's the truth you don't want to hear. You are here to be observed. Big brother's watching you. The Father is watching you. You are here being observed. And all you want to sit there and do is think, well, I did a few things that might be pleasing, and I'm just going to pray for everything that's a little struggle. I do not waste my breath and his time praying about something I know I should be able to do. Okay? That's mine. If it's mine, I'm not praying about it. Okay? When I say praying about it, I might ask for wisdom. I'm saying I'm not asking him to fix it, solve it, do it, or provide it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if it's mine, why am I asking him for it? He's going to look at me like, but it's yours. See, because you guys all have this limits problem too with your family members. You keep getting involved in ways that you want him to get involved. You got children who are 30, 40, 50 years old, and they're coming to you and you're giving to them. Instead of looking at them like, no, that's yours. Act like him. Because all of you have prayed and gotten no. All of you have been frustrated praying and gotten no. And the reason was no is because it's yours. And he's like, why are you asking me for that? I put you there to figure it out. Figure it out. Good parenting tells children, figure it out. I watched the parenting guy one time on TikTok who was saying to the child came and asked him for something. He says, I love you too much to do that for you. That's the way he feels. He loves you too much to do it for you if you could do it yourself. Think of how you'll grow by what it's going to take to get you to actually do it yourself. You understand? That's why I gave you the Level Up class, to help inspire you and give you some of the tools, but that class has zero value, zero, if you don't do anything with it. The class will do nothing for you, it's just information, okay? You know when the old saying, knowledge is power? No, it's not. Applied knowledge is power. Knowledge is just information. Information has no power if you don't do anything with it. See, we have this, right? There's a lot of information in our scriptures, right? This has zero value. It's just a book with paper and words on it if you don't apply it. It's just a book. I could just throw it over there. It's just a book. It'd be disrespectful, but it's just a book. It's just paper and printing and ink on it. That's it. Unless you get the value out of it, then it's incredible. Then it's powerful. Then it's got the highest value. But if you don't, it's just a piece of paper, a bunch of papers bound together with words on it. Okay? What is it going to take to inspire you to own your life? Making decisions, the reason you exist, is an important teaching. Watch it Daily, weekly, monthly, something. One part. Not a single verse quoted in there. I was kept up all night to write that the week that I put it out there as a teaching because I wasn't planning to teach that. He got and disturbed my peace and to the point where I had to get out of bed and write that stuff down. And that's what I taught you that week. That's never happened before. Sometimes I get an idea when I'm trying to fall asleep, and until I just get up and just write down a little note to myself, then I can go back to sleep. No, this one, he's like, get up, go to the computer, start typing it out. Look up, just kind of write the bullet points for this teaching. I don't write word for word what I'm going to say, but the bullet points. Okay? We're going to talk about some of this stuff now when we get into the teaching. Yes, we're going to start the teaching here in a second. That was your mini sermonette. Okay? But I need to inspire you guys. I need you guys to understand. This isn't it's a game, but it's not a game. When they say, stop playing with this. Okay? Everything you do, this is the important thing, please, because of what Messiah did. Okay? This is where the salvation thing becomes the important piece. Only because of what he did does what you do matter. What you do matters only because of what he did. If he didn't do what he did, what you did wouldn't matter. Okay? But you have to value, I'm so blessed because Messiah, he gave his life for me. Great, but what are you doing to show that actually made any difference in you? Do you realize he did it not, he's sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is insulting. I gave myself for you and you're sitting there goofing off. You're not taking this seriously. You're not maximizing. You're not growing to your fullest. He's like, why would I die for you when you're not doing anything with this? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Let's get serious. I'm not saying that you can't have any joy playing and whatever, but in general, let's make sure we're growing into his image. Okay? He says, my Father and I work, you should work. My Father works, I work, you should work. He gave us 6 days to work. He didn't say 5 days to work. I'm here on Sunday working. Okay? I got paperwork to do and other things to do and whatever. I'm doing work. Okay, I'm here at the building working. I work 6 days. Actually, I work 7 days, more or less. It's the job of the priesthood. All right? But that's the example to be set. Okay? What he did has no value if you don't do. At least it has no value for you. It has a value only for those who do. That's why you're supposed to be found so doing. Okay? Well done, good and trustworthy servant.